Greetings, Southernites. Words cannot express my gratitude for your service to this great institution. Your diligence and care for our students and other constituents goes beyond measure. Today, we have the occasion to celebrate those of you who are marking 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 years of service to this institution. We also celebrate all of you who have stepped up even more amid the challenges brought about by COVID-19. Because of you, we are able to continue to keep our campuses open and safe. We also salute those of you who assisted through the natural disasters that hit several of our cities in the state. You all had your own challenges at home and still rose to the occasion to serve our dear Southern. For this, I am personally appreciative of you. I look forward to continuing to serve and work alongside of you because we are Southern.
I started off as a research assistant. I've always worked at the Ag Center on campus, and now I'm a research associate in the Office of Planning and Evaluation and Facilities. And I've been working at Southern for 20 years. I'm truly a Southern baby. I'm the proud product of 2 Southern University graduates that made it known that your tuition would be at Southern. I'm a double graduate myself.
I've been around here for 40 years plus. I started here in August of 1980 as an assistant professor of mathematics and have worn many hats since then. I used to come here as a youngster many moons ago. After I grew up in Tallulah, Louisiana, in Northeast Louisiana, Madison Parish. Once the farm was about straight for the year, my parents would allow me to come and stay with my aunt and uncle over in Southern Heights. And my aunt taught biology here for years, Gertrude Wilson. And we would come to campus and I was just amazed. So when I graduated, it was just Southern. My hopes would be that Southern University will continue educating persons who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to receive an education, and those persons who just would love to come and just, you know, this is just a beautiful campus here, picturesque. We have great programs, outstanding programs. I won't start naming them, but because all of them are great programs, okay? So I just want them to just keep doing what they're doing and just bring back a little of the old glory days where there was so many people on campus, we were just bumping into each other.
I've had the privilege of working at Southern University for 50 years. And I've basically worked in the area of finance and administration. I started as an account analyst back in 1971. And I also worked as acting chancellor for the Southern University Baton Rouge campus. I've had a number of positions, approximately 11 different positions. And the first day I started work at Southern, my mother passed, and I only worked a half a day. But when I came to Southern, I had actually planned to be here 1 year. Now I find myself here 50 years later. I would like to see us to be able to accomplish the strategic plan that has been set out for the entire Southern University system. And that plan includes, 1, graduation rates, being able to increase the graduation rates, being able to increase the retention rates, also being able to seek additional funding, state funding, so that the burden of a student's education is not basically totally on the student, but to reduce the amount that the student will have to pay and increase the amount of state support. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to be able to serve the university for 50 years.
Southern University salutes all of its dedicated employees who make our mission to serve students and communities possible. We would like to take this opportunity to celebrate those employees who are marking significant milestones on Southern University System campuses. Celebrating 10 years of dedicated service, Roman Banks, Ada Bell, Darlene Bethley, Joelle Casarati, Tangela Colson, Fareed Dewan, Freddie Dupas, Stephanie Elwood, Fing Gao, Rachelle Green, Terry Hall, John Irvin, Gloria Jones, Shaquita Cato, Rodney Kirshner, Joe Lathan, Diane Matthews, Paula Matthews, Dawson Odoms, Gloria Pendergrass, Christy Perry, Frankie Poland, Martin Porter, Wilmay Rivera Perez, Alberta Robertson, Travion Scott, Anissa Stover, John Smith, Phaedra Wells, Shonda Wessinger, Taramine White, Yanjun Yu, Gail Wise, Amelia Sellers, Kendria Jones, Keishelle Jones, Katina Jones, Travis Johnson, Deidre Hazor, Maisha Hagans, Shalina Gethers, Charles Briggs, Bashir Atia, Watson Wilson, Gary Sanders, Bonnie Godet, Demias Morris, Ricky Murph, Matthew Hines, Sharon McCarthy, Priyanka Moon, Wilmer Hughes, Deborah Moore, Cheryl Wheeler, Tracy Reed, Kantika Shine, Charlotte Ashley. Celebrating 20 years of dedicated service, Shuju Bai, Alma Brown, Marcus Brown, Fatima Shaja, Jeffrey Conyers, Gloria Crum, Katrina Cunningham, Roxanne Davidson, Bronwyn Dixon, Alice Dozier, Keith Ellis, LaShonda Franklin, Tamara Foster Montgomery, Kenneth Guy, Leonard Harris, Olivia Harris, Wanda Jackson, Regina James, Walfredo Javier, Pamela Johnson, Donovan Jones, Vivian Kerr, Robert Lawrence, Equila Lenoir, Jocelyn Lewis, William Lockhart Jr., Jaise Luo, Cynthia DeMarcus Manson, Jason Ardon, Kim Powell, Melanie Powell Ray, Cheryl Robinson, Karen Rogers Blasio, Ralph Smith, Rosalind Smith, Cheryl Taylor, Henry Thurman III, Paula Turner, Sean Vance, Prentice White, Linda Wilkins, Charmaine Williams, Erica Williams, Donovan Wilson, Hazel Winbush, Deshaun York, Mark Young, Sheila Wood, Warren Stemmons, Carol Righteous, Sonita Boyd, Aileen Biachini, William Belisle, Carolyn Miller, Cynthia Layton, Tawana Henderson, David Francis, Joseph Arbon, Terry Johnson, Kay Washington, Kimberly Newland, Iko Iev, Jane O'Reilly, Vanessa White, Carl Owens, Alden Wright, John Alack, Rebecca Gilliam, Nathaniel Morris, Veranda Fields, Charles Washington, Marshall Nelson. Celebrating 30 years of dedicated service, Marsha Adams, Albert Anderson, Kevin Augustine, Kevin Belizard, Ave Bonham, Curtis Bowie, Charlotte Carter Milligan, Patricia Coleman, Sharon Davis, Kingsley Acedo, Angela Gaines, Yemaine Gabriesus, Friedsburg Gray, Graylin Hammond, Robin Hayes, Rose Abair, Aretha Hunt, Samuel Ibekwe, Anthony Ejidi, Herman Claude Jackson, Kevin Johnson, Pamela Jones, Candace Joseph, Don Ventris Kite, Charles Lloyd Jr., Cheryl Millian, Patrick Mensa, Chukwu Onu, Gwendolyn Perkins, John Pierre, Yvonne Roberson, Quintessa Cecily, Elhag Shaban, Rosemary Sims, Arthur Stallworth, Lisa Trusclair, Deborah Washington, Ash Yigletu, Lisa Mims Devizin, Geraldine Cosby, Peter Bonney, Joanne Brown. Celebrating 40 years of dedicated service, Barbara Carpenter, Christina Crump, Linda Crawford, Lois Duncan, Linda Forsyth, Ronnie Lee Foster, Marvel Hughes, Bernice Ruth, Rosella Schaefer, Deneen Lewis. Celebrating 50 years of dedicated and true service, Flanders McClinton. A little more than a year ago today, our world was introduced to COVID-19, a pandemic that spawned unprecedented closures, illnesses, and collective despair. We also experienced natural disasters and dangerous weather conditions in our state. While navigating their own personal situations, Southern University employees pushed through with its mighty servant leaders. From COVID testing and vaccination sites, to making sure students receive the resources needed for their continued education, Southern University answered every call imaginable. We applaud you. Southern University celebrates more than a century of existence and upward trajectory because of our valued employees. We know that with a dedicated spirit ingrained in each of us, we will be able to celebrate for generations to come. Because of you, we are Southern.